What's up, YouTube? It's me, the Artisan MC. I'm sitting here bitching about how slow everything is moving, and I forgot to turn off the damn or to turn on the damn microphone. Let's do that. So I'm back from my call. Um, yeah, that was a bit stressful. Um, Hopefully, it's getting resolved, but I'm a little more tired than I was before. But I told you guys I was going to come back and give you a chance to come up and speak your piece on things that we talked about. I know it's like 6 o'clock here, which means it's like prime time for season finale of House of the Dragon. So I'm gonna try to keep this really short because I gotta watch that. My tablet is not working right now. I think my charging cable is shit, but my tablet is not turning on. After I was using it and turned it off, and now it's not turning back on. So I got to get that fixed so I can watch my House of the Dragon finale because I got to see what Damon up to, and I got to see what Amon is up to. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. I have a list of the people who donated from last time, from the earlier stream. Thank you very much, everybody. So I'm going to give you the recognition, your salutes, your 3Bs, all that good shit, because I believe that's important. First one goes out to the Aquateki. Thank you, Aquateki, for supporting the stream. I will give you that 3B salute. Appreciate you. Next one goes out to Joe Herb. Herbert, stay all day. Appreciate you, Herb. I will give you that double up. Appreciate you.
Money for the crowd, double lag. Pussy on fat, double lag. 100 on the sack, double that. Block like a ghost town, still double bag.
Shout out to the No One, the package man coming through, dropping off a little something. Appreciate you, No One. I will give you that 3B salute. Appreciate you. And to Ian, appreciate you, Ian. I will give you that 3B salute. Appreciate you for supporting the stream. Now we did make the goal today. I'm going to stop right there so I can get into some other stuff until people decide to show up. I'm going to copy this link and drop that in the chat for anybody who wants to actually come up and state their opinion on this topic and others. My new troll, don't you bring your ass up here. Talk about nothing else but this comic. I'm not interested. I'm tired. I'm getting there, and I will not be fair. Just saying. I'm getting there, and I won't be fair. What else did I want to talk about? There's two other stories that I wanted to talk about. The first one that just rises to the top of my mind is just some life stuff, and more about this Kanye West stuff and how Balenciaga is dropping him and whatnot. And I'm telling you, watching this Kanye situation and how these companies and people keep trying to go after his actual money, how he actually earns, understand that that's a modern day fucking lynching. It is. They are really trying to go after that brother, even though he lives, born, raised, and stands in the country where you have the right to say whatever you want to. They're trying to silence him for his speech. And they're trying to silence him in the biggest way possible by suing him and cutting off his sources of money. Well, why? Because they figure that's how they can shut his ass up. See, nobody pays attention to broke black men. Nobody. Not even black folks. But black man with $1 billion, you kind of listen if he say something, even if you think he crazy. Right? So that's what they're doing. That's what the campaign is all about. It's all about shutting him up and trying to destroy him and distance yourself from him publicly. And never having to answer the question of, is what he's saying true? Sorry, I'm trying to see if I'm going to change this stand because the camera's too low and I don't like you guys looking at my fucking nose. Let's try that. Too low, and I don't need a nose cam. I'm older. There's shit going on in there that we don't want to talk about. All right, let's check that. And this fucking cord is so heavy that it is pulling everything sideways. Like legitimately pulling the camera, the phone, and everything else sideways. There we go. There we go. That'll fix you. That'll get you. And now I don't have to worry about that light in the background, so I can go up higher on my shiny black head, and we can just talk face to face. Those of you who actually are sitting on the cloud and not actually saying anything in the chat room. I always wonder about that. Like, who is that first person every time that comes in here and says nothing? Is that a bot or who? Who the fuck is that? It doesn't even make sense to me. Like, who comes in the chat room and don't even say first or hello? But this first person there, always. I don't know who the hell it is. But regardless, the show goes on. Now, all this stuff with Kanye and the crazy stuff that's come out of his mouth over the fucking years. Look, I don't agree with that shit. I don't. But I also know he has the right to say it. I don't think everybody should be coming after him, trying to get after his money because of it. Because that only proves what he's saying is actually correct. It does. What up, studio? Peace to you. One brave soul admitted that he was watching the show. What up, Mr. DC? Mr. DC, did you actually see Black Adam? Did you actually see Black Adam? This is like supposed to be well in your territory, man. I gotta know. I'm curious. Curious as hell. None of y'all come up to make this really short. You did? What did you think, Mr. DC? What was your thoughts on it? So, I don't like all the shit with Kanye, personally. And I don't like publicly everybody trying to come out and say, oh, it was this, it was that. Or he was this and he was that. Leave that man alone. Let him say what the fuck he want to. If it ain't hurting you, what do you care? If he's inaccurate and he's saying just some crazy shit, why do you care? Because it's inflammatory? Oh, fuck, nobody care about that shit. I heard people talking about silencing him like he's some goddamn cult leader or something like that. Like, what? Somebody gotta stop him. He can influence minds. Are you fucking kidding me? God, dude, there's bigger fish to fry than worrying about Kanye ass. What up, VC Realm? You said you saw it? Cool. What'd you think of it? Yeah, I saw it Thursday too, Mr. DC Comics. That's the day I saw it. When I did my reaction. You still ain't telling me what you thought of it, though. Aaron said he saw it Friday. Cool. It was cool. Yeah. I mean, what? What do you want? It's his first movie with this character. Influenced by no ugly shoes. Look, I've never gave a celebrity that much power over me, VC. I never would have bought them ugly motherfuckers. That's like saying, "Oh, did you buy the ball shoes? The Lonzo Ball shoes?" Like, fuck no. It's a good business strategy, but not for me. I'm not the mark, homeboy. I never tried to stake my whole reputation on I'm a sneakerhead. Well, fuck you. They're just shoes. They're just fucking shoes. Get the fuck out of here. Half you fat motherfuckers don't even play basketball. The movie was kind of corny in the beginning, but got better towards the end. But overall, I enjoyed it. A lot of great action. That's it. There you go. From a DC guy. It was kind of corny in the beginning. Yes, the special effects in the beginning looked kind of wonky. It did. But the action scenes was on point for PG-13. Dude, did I really need to see blood and guts? Because it would have been all over the place. Fine, I'm good. I was entertained for about 2 hours. So much so I stopped taking notes and was into what the fuck is going on here? Yeah, must have been doing his job. I seen it Saturday with my daughter. I liked it. What'd your daughter say? Did she like it? VC Ram, you ain't shit. You got some zingers right now. You must be getting close to the cutoff point. Like better than She-Hulk and Matrix 4. Yes. I can say this, the action sequences, even if they seem like you've seen them before, in this movie were better than the action sequences in Matrix 4. I can say that for damn sure. That shit was no stakes, not even interesting. Like, what the fuck? They just shit the bed on this. Y'all saw my review of Matrix 4, my reaction to Matrix 4. Like, I ain't never been so pissed off leaving the movie. Insulted. All that meta commentary. Why do you think I hate fucking She-Hulk too? Fuck your meta commentary. I didn't tune in for that shit. You better have a story to tell me. Save your meta commentary for your Twitter and your blog. Nigga. I don't want to see that shit on my dime. No, fuck you. Yeah, shrimp body. Yeah, shrimp body rock. They couldn't make it look right. Don't even look right. You look like a goddamn bobblehead. Like, that ain't the Rock. That can't be the Rock. He ain't never been that small. I don't think he was that small when he came out as mama. Nah, I don't think so, too. My son loved it. He wants to see it again. Take his ass to see it again. Give him some money. Go on. Do something after school. It's Monday. That ticket would be cheap. Cheap tickets on Mondays and Tuesdays. Yeah, I'm not seeing people, movie-going audiences saying they hated the shit. And I thought about it while I was doing this work order. It's a really interesting commentary to see that the movie-going audience, where they're listened to and where they're ignored. The movie-going audience hated Thor 4. Critics loved it. They kept hyping up the movie. But the audience hated it. The audience likes Black Adam. The critics hate it. They shitting on the movie. They not hyping it up at all. Same motherfucker I was talking about just did 2 more videos about this movie being bad. Jesus. How do you think it's bad? And the audience enjoys it. So who the fuck are you talking to? Ooh, I don't fucking get it. Yeah, VC Realm, no, $5 Tuesdays? Look, I'm a cinephile, man. I know this shit. Look, you show up on a Tuesday, With a 20 spot, you might get in there and see everything in that theater. They might not even give a shit. They ain't gonna kick you out. Look, you in here, just buy some concessions. Pay these people that's standing around in this motherfucker. Look, VC Ram said his daughter loved it, didn't even fall asleep. And she did on other DC films. Wow. Look, that sounds like a ringing endorsement for the movie. She couldn't fall asleep. It was too much action, boy. Couldn't go to sleep. Like, I was gonna miss something. No slow parts. What do we bitch about modern movies for? Having slow parts. Oh, it dragged on here, it dragged on in this part. You don't hear anybody talking about it dragged on, do you? Oh, it was too much action. Listen, Goldilocks. Too hot, too cold, not soft enough, too hard. What? God, just gotta have something, right? And yes, Aaron, Thor 4 sucked. It did suck. And I'll tell you this much, Black Adam had better fight scenes than Thor 4. Tell me I'm lying. Deny me. Deny me. I dare you. I fucking want to hear it. Mr. DC Comics Hawkman and Black Adam were favorites. They had the best fight. Cyclone kind of reminded me of Storm, but she was all right. Cyclone don't remind me of Storm just because she spin around and got air. You know who she remind me of? Fucking what movie was that? It reminded me of Spider-Man when you saw the Sandman taking flight. That he turned into just sand particles and he was just floating on the air and shit. That's what it reminded me of. I don't know why everybody just keeps saying Storm just because she works with fucking wind and it's a black chick. Fuck y'all. That sounds like some really, really racist shit. She gotta be just like this one. This is the closest approximation. You know what I thought when I saw that shit? When I saw Cyclone in the show? I thought she was a dumb character anyway. Then I found out that the character wasn't created until like 2000 or something, right? So she's a fairly new character and not a black character. She's a white character. So it's a racial swap on the character off top, right? Other thing I thought about it when I saw that shit, I'm watching a DC movie, so I'm thinking, damn, Red Tornado would probably look awesome in this shit. And then I find out she's related to Red Tornado. I'm like, oh, well, cool. Can we get a Red Tornado showing up? That'd be kind of cool. I'll go down for that. Come on, man. Fucking Storm. Stop. Storm got lightning, wind, all kind of powers. She don't have just one. She got a couple. And that ain't how she flies. She don't fly in a goddamn dust storm. That could have been a damn Tasmanian devil with a green jersey on for you know, y'all know. They didn't slow it down. You wouldn't even know. Better than Wolverine Origins. Oh, hell yeah. VC Ram, yeah, it was better than Wolverine Origins. And there were certain parts of Wolverine Origins I liked. Like the beginning where they showed that Wolverine and Sabretooth were kind of like brothers and they were going through all these wars together. That was awesome. That was an awesome part. Some of the other shit in there, better than Green Lantern? Yeah, they fucked up Green Lantern. I was mad too. What up, Ilongo Savage? I ain't seen you in a minute, man. Peace to the Savage coming through. No lies detected. You won't. Motherfucker, I can take a polygraph right now. Needle wouldn't jump a bit. As I start jerking off or something. But damn sure better than Eternals. Yes. It was better than Eternals. And I saw Eternals. I didn't think it was absolutely terrible. I just think they fucked up in a lot of places on it. Mainly, my main complaint about Eternals was that they killed my girl Selma Hayek. Like, the fuck you doing? I came to this movie to see Selma. Why the fuck did you kill Selma, you asshole? Why did you kill Angelina Jolie? Fuck, dude. Don't kill Selma. You don't never kill Selma. I don't give a fuck what she is. Spy Kids, whatever. Young Selma, the older Selma. I don't give a fuck. Don't you hurt her. Fucking with my fantasies? Fuck y'all. Oh, hell no. I wish the little kid's mom would blow his line. No, see, there's something I haven't. I was gonna put it in my review, DC. You should know this about who that woman and that boy are and what they will turn out to be, possibly in a Black Adam too. Just from her name, from what the name of her character was. And I had to correct Dr. Anwar on this and tell him it was he has to go to the new comics to find out what's going on with those people. And I haven't heard anybody mention that shit. Only person I think would know that shit right off top without thinking about it would be Rob from Comics Explained. But I haven't seen him do a review on this shit yet. So I don't know if he's seen it or not or where the fuck he at. But that's the only person that would probably know that shit off top. I ain't seen nobody else review the shit. They just want to talk about how much money it ain't made. Next to projections. Not how much money it actually did make, which goes to Angry Man's point all the time. As a black man, it's never about what you did. It's about what you didn't do. It didn't make projections, but it still made a shitload of money. Oh, it ain't about that shit. Fuck all that. It ain't about that. It's about what he didn't do. Got you. Was it better than America Chavez and the Multiverse of Madness with Doctor Strange? I saw Doctor Strange. I didn't think Doctor Strange was that bad. I know people who didn't follow Scarlet Witch in the WandaVision show kind of got threw off on where Wanda was and shitting on it because of the Sam Raimi and all the rest of that stuff. But, oh, well, we got the Illuminati showing up, but they killed them all off because they ain't supposed to fucking stay. They're in an alternate universe. And yes, you got the next Young Avenger introduced into the MCU. There was some shit in there that they could have changed, but I didn't think it was overly bad. I was entertained watching that shit. There was some stuff that I really did groan on. I did. I still got that review on my phone. That's why you guys haven't seen it. Oh, Jesus Christ. I got so many backlog reviews. I apologize, okay? I work a lot. Jesus. I just thought about that. That's on my phone too. Fuck. I still got a Mortal Kombat review on my phone, and I hated that. That movie sucked. Thank you. Now that I'm thinking about it, if you want to talk about a fucking failure of a movie, that last Mortal Kombat movie was it. That movie sucked. This movie was a light year better than fucking Mortal Kombat. Thanks for reminding me. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, that's the one that sucked ass. Mortal Kombat was garbage. I did not like that movie at all. That's why I couldn't bring myself to finish the damn review. Because when I got down to do the review, it was an hour long. Bitching, upset. I went through my whole history with the franchise and how pissed off I was at this installment. Fuck you. Yeah, so I could say to Alongo's point, yes, I could say it was better. No, they're about even. They're about even. Just because I was more invested in seeing Multiverse of Madness because I knew what was going on with Wanda and I wanted to see the conclusion of that, how that played itself out, as opposed to this one where everything is just fresh. It's not coming in off of anything else. There was no lead in from another movie. And it's not that many leads out to other movies in it outside of Amanda Waller and Henry Cavill Superman showing up. And knowing Shazam is still out there, right? Wasn't another lead-ins. This was the intro movie for a new character introduced into live action. Not the same thing as the second installment of established characters and some resolution in their stories of what was going on with them. Doctor Strange had a lot more emotional shit going on in it because it's his second movie and you know what Doctor Strange has been through. Being dusted and everything else. in this last couple of years. Same thing with Wanda. You've seen her up. There's more on it coming in than Black Adam has. That's why I don't like it, but the comparison for a Black Adam movie would be an original Thor, a Shang-Chi, not even an Eternals, because Eternals is a team movie. It's a team movie. You got a bunch of characters on there. It's not just one character carrying the movie. Right? So Shang-Chi, a Snake Eyes, something like that. Because these are all movies, franchise movies, where it's the first one for this live action character. And you got to see how it does. And that's why, to me, you hear the same shit coming from people about it. Same complaints. It was better than the Fantastic Four from 2015. Yeah. I'm telling you, that Fantastic Four from 2015, Fan Four Stick, what people want to call it, that got a lot of shit because Michael B. Jordan was the Human Torch, which fucked up the white boys on that shit. And how they did Doctor Doom, how they made Doctor Doom look, it fucked it up. Now, technically, they were kind of close to Ultimate Comics, but it wasn't a traditional Fantastic Four movie. And according to everybody else, every one of these Fantastic Four movies has sucked ass. And I'm like, no. Roger Corman one sucked ass. I seen it. I own it. That one sucked ass. The Tim Story ones were all right. Right? They at least had a lead in for Namor and shit like that. Right? That's where he was going. But it wasn't what they wanted, apparently, because there was no MCU at that time, right? So this is all Fox making their licensed characters movies. Fox movies don't technically do that fucking good, do they? Definitely not with Marvel characters. Okay? So that is what it is. This last one is this Fantastic with Miles Teller. I like Miles Teller, and I like how they use Reed Richards as being a younger Reed Richards and him doing different things with his actual powers other than just stretching. He used them in different ways, like shifting his face around so he could not be recognizable on cameras. That was smart. That's a smart use of his abilities, which I would expect from a Reed Richards to be able to do, other than just, I could stretch my hands. All the rest of the stuff in that movie, that would probably, if it was in the modern day, yeah, that's probably how it would play out. Yes, they would have Ben Grimm out there doing missions. Yes, they would have Johnny Storm out there toppling governments and burning leaders in their seats. Yes, they would be trying to do that shit. They would get rolled into the military complex quick, fast, and in a hurry. Yeah, I can see that. That's how that shit would happen. How Dr. Doom looked, he looked fucked up, but I say this every time I talk about that movie. Dr. Doom had a point. He was right. And all you had to do was leave his ass alone. And he wouldn't have tried to pull the whole world through that goddamn portal to destroy you so you couldn't come there to his spot and fuck it up. He was good where he was. You took him out of that shit. You should have left him the fuck alone. He told you. He told you. Really smart people get really dark all of a sudden. Why? Because they understand human nature. And they understand human nature is to fuck things up. He didn't want that. He wanted you to stay out of there. You came back and got him anyway. And all he wanted to do was go back to where he was and make sure you couldn't come back and mess with him again. I get it. I get it. I get it, dude. I get it, Victor. We good. Should have left his ass alone. So I don't overly complain about the movie, because even the movies people critically say is terrible, I've watched them. And I judge them for myself. First part of that Fantastic Four movie, it read like Explorers from the 80s. Two little kids tinkering on shit in a junkyard. I'm fine with that. I love the Explorers. River Phoenix, Ethan Hawke, ring any bells? It's a good movie. And that's what it played on. So fuck them with that. I would have watched another one of that movie too, because that would have gave them a chance to fix the things that went wrong in the first movie and do a second movie. Did the same thing with every superhero movie. The first one, like I said, is kind of a wash. There's too much to do. But if you get past that first one and give them a chance in the second one, why is Blade 2 better than Blade 1? Because they did all the intro shit in Blade 1. And by Blade 2, they just started off the movie kicking ass. That's what you saw Wesley doing for the first 10 minutes of Blade 2, kicking people's asses. Kind of got the same thing in this Black Adam movie. Once he showed up, he was kicking people's asses for about a good 10 minutes. Fate was tired of existing. I don't think he was tired of existing. He kind of gave that line, but he's been alive for a long time. And I like getting into the psychology of characters who are immortal or live a long time. And understanding that has to be kind of boring. It has to wear on you at some point. Because everybody young thinks you want to live forever until you've been around 80, 90, 100 years and everybody you know is dropped dead. It gets kind of boring. You probably don't want to make any new fucking friends. It seems like kind of a miserable existence after a point. Because what's the point? If you're going to live forever and nobody else is, why would you bother with making any fucking friends? Why would you bother having any children? You're going to watch them die, and your grandkids, and your great-grandkids, and your great-great-great-grandkids. You're going to watch them all die. That sounds very painful. So Fate, in his sense, he's probably been through that. He at that point. He just gave it up, like fuck it. Because one of Fate's powers is to be long-lived. He gave it up. Why? He wanted to go. I can tell you from talking to my great-great-great-great aunt, who lived to be 100 and something years old, she was tired. Everybody she knew was gone. Pretty much. Outside of the young people, she was good. She was good. Live long enough. I'm good. Yeah, haven't heard that movie mentioned in forever. Yep, and you won't. Because most people don't talk about it. The Fantastic Four are traveling exploration family. Fantastic Four is Johnny Quest. They should be doing science adventures. Shout out to Zach, my boy Zach, because he pinned that shit on Fantastic Four, how it should work. It should work as a science adventure, not an action movie. And the problem is they keep trying to turn the Fantastic Four into an action movie. Fantastic Four is not an action movie. Fantastic Four is actually a Disney Plus show, not a major motion picture action movie. It's not. It's not. It's a family drama with science involved, where things have to take time to develop. Trying to make it an action movie is where you'll fail again. You will. It's not an action movie. Think of it this way. Out of the four, half of the team is offensive. Other half of the team is defensive. And one of the people on that defensive side is the brains of the operation. No. Where's all the action coming from? The rock dude? The dude with fire? I guess. You're close in and you're ranged attacker. Okay. Sue can do some of that shit too? Yeah, but why would you put Sue out there on the front line? She has force fields. That's a defensive ability. Or she just has telekinetics, which most people call it. Yeah. Yeah, Ilongo. Yeah, basically Incredibles. Why do you think The Incredibles works? It's the Fantastic Four. It's just a family. That's it. That's why The Incredibles works, because that's how the Fantastic Four should be. The only difference with The Incredibles is only the dad and the mom were actually superheroes at first, but then the kids had powers and they eventually got lumped into this legacy. Even fucking Jack Jack. So now everybody is super and they can get out there and do it as a family. Yeah, Hawkman and Fate were old. I don't think they were tired of Naboo because they didn't play up Naboo that much in this, because that's why even Hawkman could hold the helmet and shit like that and it wasn't fucking with him. But Hawkman and Fate are some long-lived characters, especially Carter Hall. How many times can that motherfucker die and be brought back? That's why it's like, oh yeah, you'll die in this. I'm like, will it matter? He died before. He died to get to this point. Dude, he'll be good. He'll be good. This will be one of how many? I don't fucking know. Like, come on, man. If you go back far enough, he might have known fucking that Adam back in Kondak. Like, was I in Kondak at that time? I think I met homie. I think I might know him. Shit. I was just going to ask you that. Would FF work as a Disney Plus show? Yes, FF would work. FF would work like a Disney Plus show, and this is how you know, right? There's a couple of characters in Marvel that work better as a show and not a movie, right? This is how I'll prove my point. What have the Fantastic Four movies done already? That one Roger Corman, two Tim Stories, and then one last movie, which is four. Four movies so far, and Fantastic Four can't cut it as a movie. All right. Okay. How many Punisher movies have been made? Dolph Lundgren, Warzone, Ray Stevens, and then the last one with no, it was just two, right? No, it was three. Thomas Jane. So I almost said Jean-Claude Van Damme. God damn it. Dolph Lundgren, Thomas Jane, Ray Stevens. Three Punisher movies. All of them good, not so good, right? Sunday movies at best, right? What Punisher shit actually worked? The series. Same thing with the Fantastic Four. They would work better as a series, because then you can introduce these characters and get more into these characters and their emotional problems as they go. I told you, Marvel characters are defined by their the person's personality, not their fucking power. The powers are fucking secondary. It doesn't even fucking matter, really. It's about the person, not the person with the powers. It's about the person. The power is just something else. You root for Peter Parker because you root for Peter Parker. Yes, he's Spider-Man. That's why you end up rooting for Spider-Man, because he's Peter Parker. You want to see Parker win. If he just had everything on lock and he out there had spider powers, would you give a fuck? No. You'd be looking at his ass like somebody else, like, whatever, man. You got it. Fantastic Four should be a show. Give it a season. Give it 8 episodes on Disney Plus. I bet you will see a better return on it than you would if you gave us another Fantastic Four movie for the 5th fucking time. And nobody has been able to crack the code on why the Fantastic Four doesn't work as a movie. It's not an action movie. And it would work better on television. Or streaming, thankfully, is now here. It would. Punisher works better as a show. Ghost Rider would work better as a show, other than a movie. Not everything works as a movie. Not everything is translatable to a movie, because it may be just too much in it to get across in a 2-hour format. It's too much. BMT said when Reed says let's go, they change outfits, get in the jet, and gone for days, laughing out loud. They are exploring the unknown and Reed's curiosity. Look, Fantastic Four spend more time in other universes and out in space than they do on planet Earth. That sounds like an expensive fucking movie. Or it sounds like a CG fest. Sounds like a lot of goddamn green screens. You better talk to them people over at Lucasfilms and see how much time you can get on the volume if that's what you want. And I can tell you right now, I'm not interested in seeing that shit because I'm used to it now. I'm used to it. Good for The Mandalorian. It ain't good for every other show. Why the hell do you think really enjoying Andor so much? Because it ain't on the fucking volume. They're out in the real world, around real trees and real grass. And they walk it all over the place. There's weather conditions. Yeah, I like CG. I don't like everything CG. If you had a meal and it's a big plate, you got steak, potatoes, vegetables, salad, a good red wine or something like that. Would you like to know that 5 out of the 6 things on your plate is all CG? No, give me the damn meal. I don't want to make believe the rest of this shit. No. Bisa said you would say 9 episodes. They could do 9. I wouldn't give a shit. Look, I put the call out there before. You heard Kevin Feige come out. We're not doing origins. Like, oh damn, did he listen? Kevin, turn it to a show. Turn it to a show. Look, you probably even got a space. You took Armor Wars from a show to a movie, right? Because it probably worked better as a movie, not a goddamn show. Okay, why don't you take Fantastic Four from a movie to a show? Bet you'll find a better director, and you could probably knock out a story a lot better. So, fuck the 3 movies you think you're going to make off of this. Make it into shows. It can be the same format. Just break it up. And or running fucking 12 episodes. What was that? A trilogy. What? You can't do it? Look, you got your toys back. You play with them how you want to. I'm just making suggestions. I'm just the watching public. I'm going to be the one watching this shit. Do I want to see Fantastic Four in the theater again? No, I really don't. I really don't. Would I tolerate it on a TV show? Yes. Just like I tolerate the Fantastic Four cartoon. Coming on regularly, them doing little missions and then on to the next one next week. I'm fine with that. That works for Fantastic Four. I always want to see Reed into something. Then you don't have to rush towards Doctor Doom all of a sudden. You don't have to do that shit. You can just have him introducing a bunch of other people because in Marvel, I don't know if you know this, a lot of people spring out of the Fantastic Four. Namor, Black Panther, Doctor Doom, Galactus, all these big names that you want spring out of the Fantastic Four. Then it would be better if you want to just have a revolving door of introducing characters, do the Fantastic Four as a show. And then you can run that same bullshit cameo a minute shit you were doing in She-Hulk in the Fantastic Four, and nobody would complain. They would totally understand it, especially if they've read the comic books. Where else do you think I would ever get a chance to see an Annihilus? Where? You're going to explain the Negative Zone and Annihilus in the Cosmic Control Rod in one movie. You going to think I'm going to wait 6 years to see that shit while you work through 2 movies to do it? No. But you know what I would do? If you said, oh, next season on Fantastic Four, Season 2, we're going to do Annihilus and Annihilation Wave, I would be on board. Even if you just said we're doing Annihilus and the Cosmic Control Rod, where Johnny Storm sacrifices himself and they think Johnny is fucking dead, I'd be there for that shit. Just like I'm waiting for the next season of Mandalorian. Oh, I want to see where that goes. Shit, last season, Johnny Storm sacrificed himself. What they gonna do without Johnny? I gotta know. I gotta see the next season. That would work because you can build it up every week. You build it up every week. People bought into the shit. They'd be all there. That motherfucker don't make it back. They'd be like, oh shit, dude, they killed Johnny. I gotta go back and read the comic books to find out what happened. Come on, man. These are free ideas. Beastly said, introduce Galactus Silver Surfer as a season. Exactly. Exactly. You got 9 episodes. Take Beastly's format. Just take Beastly's format. You got 9 episodes. 3, 3, and 3. Right? First 3 is introduction, intro. For who the Fantastic Four is, how they get their powers, all the rest of that shit. 3 episodes of something new showing up, who the Surfer is, right? The last 3 episodes is, fuck, this is this thing out there called Galactus. We got to deal with this shit. Season 1. Season 2. Hey, you know that fight you had with Galactus? You kind of ripped a hole into something, Reed. What is that? I don't know. We got to explore it. Let's get through here. Oh, look, I've discovered the negative zone or something. Let's see what's poking around in here. Who the fuck is this guy? Annihilus, season 2. End of season 2, we fight Annihilus. 9 episodes to get up to fighting Annihilus. Johnny Storm is dead. Season 3. Where do we go now? 4 episodes in, maybe you get a hint that Johnny is still alive. End of the season, Johnny is back and you're dealing with something else. That's 3 seasons in less than 2 minutes, motherfucker. 3 seasons in less than 2 minutes. Just spitballing off the top of my head. BMT, it would that would never work. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Sure wouldn't. I know you meant it sarcastically, but yeah, no, it would never work. Yeah. Somebody tell Kevin Feige to watch this shit and let him think about it and see if it will work or not. What up, Artie Moore? What up, Dope Boy? Dope Boy in the building. Hey, hey, hey. Elongo Savage. Look, I might be onto something. Dude, this is a geek space. This is comic book readers who love this shit. I came up with that just listening to you and Beastly by myself. You heard that anywhere else? All these professional fucking critics who know so goddamn much and got super large channels can't string together an idea like that. Only other person I know would string something together like that would be fucking Rob. Why? Because he actually reads fucking comic books and thinks about it. Johnny needed growth that Susan and Ben had to work on. Shit. Here's something you could throw in there, BMT, for that idea that I had for season 2. Johnny Storm is thought dead. In season 3, they dealing without Johnny. Johnny's dead. It's end of season 2, but Sue figures out she's pregnant. And by the time you get to season 3, you got babies popping out. Sue's pregnant and having kids. Who are those kids? I don't think they were twins, but you can throw Valeria in there. Season 3. There's kids, and then by the middle of that season, Uncle Johnny's back. Here's Johnny. And now you got the family all together. Now you can switch it from season 3. You can switch it from being the Fantastic Four to the Future Foundation. Power Pack movie would suck, Artie Moore. And I like the Power Pack. The Power Pack movie would suck. I would be more inclined, especially since the Fantastic Four is the first family for Marvel. I wouldn't try to do another family with all kids. I wouldn't do that. But what I would do is that oldest member of the Power Pack, how he took all his other 2 siblings' powers into himself, and he became Power Packs and went and joined the New Warriors. I'd watch that shit because I do like the Power Pack. They could even have a shit Friday. I don't give a shit. I would take that, but I don't want to see a Power Pack show. I don't. Fuck that. Have I mentioned where Doom would come in? No, I didn't mention where Doom would come in. You know why? Because Doom could always be floating there. He could show up sometime and have people freaked. But this is the thing. It's like doing a Batman movie. Soon as you hear Batman, the first thing you think is Joker. And they never really ever get to touch on any of the other villains he has because everybody's pushing you towards, we got to have Batman and Joker together. No, we don't. Let that be last. Fucker, he don't need to be the first thing on the roster. He is the arch enemy. He should not be the first person he run up on. He's the boss. There should be mid-level bosses in between there that he can fuck with first. Work his way up to the Joker. Same thing with Dr. Doom and Reed Richards. If you want to put him in there, in that first season, in the first 3 episodes, you keep sprinkling Victor Von Doom in there. With Reed in college, some flashback shit. Oh, I wonder what happened to him. He's always there. He's there in Reed's memories, but you never see him on screen. You never see Dr. Doom on screen. You see Victor, you never see Dr. Doom. Leave him for later. Now, you can't string people along forever on that shit, but eventually you're going to have Dr. Doom in the movies anyway, so you don't need to throw him into the Fantastic Four right off the bat. The movies are already going to introduce him. Let him be out there. It's like with this movie, Black Adam, everybody, well, why wasn't Shazam in this movie? Why did he need to be? This is the origin movie for Black Adam. He don't need Shazam in this movie. He needs himself in this movie so you can understand who he is, what his power set is, what he can do, what he can't do. What's his personality? You don't need a cameo with Shazam in that shit. No. That's getting back to BVS territory. No. Do your solo shit first. Then we'll start working you in with the rest of the team. Okay? Let's get that shit straight first, and then we'll cycle you in when we got this other part on lock. So Doom would play in the background. Victor would always be there in a sense, but you would never know he was Victor Von Doom, in a sense. Or Dr. Doom, if you want to put it that way. Make it like it's 2 separate people. He knows who Victor is. Reed knows who Victor is. He fucks with Victor, but he's heard about this Dr. Doom character. And Reed's such a smart ass, he probably wouldn't put the 2 fucking things together anyway, because he's off thinking about some shit in space. I'm like, what about this? I don't know. They're the same person? I never knew that. And Sue would be looking at him like, yeah, you dumb motherfucker. You can't tell? Reed, sometimes you the smartest dumb motherfucker I know. Because that would be something Reed would overlook. All thinking about everything else, but this obvious shit right here. Like, oh, Victor was Dr. Doom? Huh. I never knew that, Sue. Yeah, idiot. Make it like the Explorers movie. Artie Edmore. That was that last Fan Four Stick. In the beginning, that's what it was. In the beginning, Sean Reed as a kid meeting Ben, it was fucking Explorers. That's what it was. It was the Explorers movie. Now, y'all tell me, does that sound like an idea that would fucking work? Shit. Somebody should pitch that shit. Some of these pissed off, pissy ass writers who listen to YouTube to figure out what they upset about. Why don't you write that shit down and do that as your pitch? Maybe you get a better job. And yes, Beastly, they do need to fight the Mole Man. The Mole Man would actually be awesome to be their first villain to fight. You know why? Because fans like you and me would laugh our ass off seeing live action Mole Man. That would be, I wouldn't even be upset. I wouldn't even be upset. Season 1, fucking episode 5, it's Trouble in New York, Groundquakes, or whatever the hell else you want to call it. And they go down there to investigate because Reed got some readings on some shit and he want to check it out. And the fucking Mole Man pop out. I would fucking howl. I would howl. I would laugh my ass off and I'd be reviewing it for y'all that this is the best fucking episode ever because the Mole Man showed up and I never thought I'd see that fucking live action. And he got to have on the glasses and shit too. That would be hilarious. It would be absolutely hilarious. It'd be funnier than anything that came out of She-Hulk. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Really shocking when you said that, like, unlike my dad, I won't abandon my kids. I knew that was the greatest weapon. Yeah, Reed won't abandon his family. He's gotten to that point now. Because Sue will call him on that shit. What up, King? Sue will call him on that shit. All the time. All the time, nigga. Look, don't forget about this family. I'll fuck you up. Don't bring the malice out of her. That's a white mama, nigga. You watch yourself. White mamas kill kids, nigga. And husbands. Quickly. Oh, you want some dinner, Reed? Yeah, I got some dinner for you. You smart motherfucker. Eat this ground up glass and this mashed potatoes. Motherfucker. I really get pissed off with you, smarty. Smart guy. That current Shazam needs to be in a different universe. He is too corny. Yeah, he too corny, King. Look, and King points out another important fact that I was mentioning earlier. Why the fuck wasn't Shazam in this Black Adam movie? Because he corny as fuck. He would have got his ass kicked. Look, you can't have a really masculine movie like this and throw his corny ass in there. You know why? He'd be dumber than the kid in this fucking movie. He would be. If the kid was on some, I like superheroes, I know all about superheroes, man. You need a catchphrase, you need this. I'm out here rally the people, throw up the rock, nigga. Rockefeller, right? Shazam's corny ass would be in there trying to dance with him and act black. No, it would not work. That would not work. That's why Shazam's gonna do his second movie. And if Black Adam gets his second movie, then maybe the motherfucker will show up. Maybe. But at this point, look, they got the same powers, but they ain't the same fucking character at all. Yeah, Billy is a fucking child, even as Shazam. He gonna have to grow up some. He gonna have to get an edge to him before he step up to be talking crazy to Black Adam. Get the fuck out of here. That's not happening. What up, Charles? Make him dark. Faulkness. And I tell you, for a Fantastic Four Disney Plus show, you can still keep all the characters the same. I don't need no ethnicity swaps. I don't. I want to see the traditional Fantastic Four the way they were. And don't worry, I'm sure you can introduce some other people. If you wanted to skip over the whole traditional Fantastic Four stuff, just start it with the Future Foundation. Then you can introduce Moon Girl and Shuri and all that shit. Then you have a place for all these smart kids in the MCU, since apparently there can't be any smart adults anymore. You have some place for them to go and get some fucking tutelage. Somebody to work with them. With a big brain and some, a grown man energy. You can have Peter showing up. You can have Riri showing up. You can have Shuri falling through. You just do the Future Foundation. Yeah, Beastly. Look, I'm a father, dude. There's no fucking way. I would not put Shazam. Look, you saw the movie that I did. I think Charles went and saw Shazam too. You saw the same movie I did. And I saw Shazam. I like Shazam. Shazam was fun. You put that character in this movie, what happens? You get the shit beat out of him because he's fucking annoying. He ain't masculine up man enough to be in that situation. No, he don't. They got him doubting himself by getting beat up by a fucking dragon in his own movie. Too goofy. Too goofy. This is serious. This is goofy. Miles apart, nowhere linking them, except for they both kind of got their powers from the same person. Not yet. Give them some seasoning. Let Shazam get some more seasoning first. Let him even meet the goddamn Justice League or something and have somebody working with him before he go out there and get killed for real. Oh, you didn't see it yet, Charles? What the fuck? Officer of the goddamn law ain't seen the movie yet. Nigga, there's somebody big as your ass. You didn't see it yet? What you got against light-skinned? Don't let me tell Angry Man you hating on light-skinned persons. Don't let me tell AM. Y'all can sit there munching cigars looking at each other crazy. Yeah, that motherfucker Charles. Yeah. He said, fuck light-skinned rock. Black Adam was a patriarch will teach that boy to fly, fuck talking. Yeah, I told you. BMT. Black Adam and Omni-Man would have a hell of a conversation or a hell of a fight. Just saying. Yeah, Charles, Superman would be the better choice right now. Because if you just go on intimidation factor, he looked more like something you'd want to see, more of a fight. Even if you take it outside of the movie aspect and just put it into the real world context, physically, The Rock and Henry Cavill look like those are two people you'd want to see fight. If a pay-per-view was coming out tomorrow and they said Henry Cavill and Dwayne Johnson going 3 rounds in the octagon, would you not watch that shit? I would be watching that shit. I would. I'd be dying to see that shit. Oh, it's like, hell yeah. But you juxtapose that. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m. in the octagon, Dwayne Rock Johnson and Zachary Levi. You'd be like, this nigga about to get killed. I'm not watching that. I'll be an accessory to a murder. Nah. I can't be there for that. I'll get the cliff notes. Y'all tell me what happened. I got other shit to do. I'm not showing up for that. Be guilty. Look, he's not displaying the wisdom of Solomon. Look, the Shazam character don't even know what that fucking name mean yet. And shout out to Knight's Paradise. I corrected him yesterday on Dr. Anwar's stream and told him I didn't know anything about Black Adam having these Egyptian roots. You're right, he does have Egyptian roots. At one time, his powers came from Egyptian gods. That same Shazam word was flipped with Egyptian gods. So instead of Hercules, it was Horus and stuff like that. But they also changed that shit back to Shazam. So both right, both wrong. It is what it is. King was like, I was like, damn, yeah. Charles, you motherfucker. He said, I call light-skinned people brightness. Darkness? You ain't shit. You ain't Man, I'm glad you know you ain't shit. It'll save me a lot of time in trying to convince you. Brightness. Brightness. What was that line in Players Club? No, in Malcolm X, it said, "What do you think, man? I don't know, man, but he got to go somewhere. Turn that suit down. That's killing my eyes." Sit your bright ass down. I'm lighting up this whole room. Negro, put some dark clothes on. You just gave me an idea. I have a character who has light powers, and he wears dark clothes because of that shit. I need to actually write it into a story that he loses his powers one time, and then you see he's just light skinned. That'd be fucking hilarious. That'd be hilarious to me. I'm black, so it'd probably be funny. Right. Or his powers go off, and then you find out he's really dark. It's like, why do you wear the clothes? Like, what the fuck, dude? Yeah, I know you never claimed that you was. That's okay. That's what I said. Save me a lot of time. I don't have to convince you of it. Funny as fuck, dude. Okay, let me get the rest of these people on this list. Shout out to Frame Runner for supporting the stream earlier. I do appreciate the Frame Runner. I don't see you all the time, but when you show up, you show the fuck up. So, to Frame Runner, I will give you what Charles calls the guts and butts. Appreciate your Frame Runner.
Double up, 3 or 4 times, I ain't telling no lies, running up. Never let a hard time on the was.
And to Nari, thank you for supporting the stream. I will give you the guts and butts. Appreciate you. Nari.
Double up, 3 or 4 times, I ain't telling no lies, running up. Never let a hard time on the was.
To UYP Studios, or who I call Studio, for helping young folks. Appreciate you for doing that good work with the young people, trying to get them into audiovisual acting and stuff like that. That's awesome. I will give you the double up. Appreciate it.
Double up, 3 or 4 times, I ain't telling no lies, running up. Never let a hard time on the was.
To my weekly parishioner, To Triv. Appreciate you coming through, To Triv, and supporting the stream like he always does. He pays his geek tithe every Sunday in the church. The geekdom. I'll give you the 3B salute, brother Triv. Next one goes out to the man who cannot get on YouTube without starting some controversy. Brother BMT. Appreciate you, BMT. I will give you that 3B salute. BMT make me laugh because BMT can be on for like 2 minutes. 2 minutes. He say some shit, motherfuckers be triggered, boy. Like, god damn. That's what makes me laugh because it's not that nothing that he says. It's not that it's not true. They just get triggered quick, dude. Like, god damn. He got his pulse on that motherfucker. Like, ah, every time. Like, what did you say this week? Like, what did you say today, man? God damn. And last one goes out to Brent H on the PayPal side. Appreciate you, Brent. I will give you 3B salute. Appreciate you, Brent. All right. If there was anybody else who donated on this. Uh-oh, Dr. Anwar in here. I died when someone in the theater said, typical black woman. BMT, that is fucking funny. Yeah, typical black woman. Called the white man. Yeah, she sure did. She showed you. She called white Jesus on him. It was like weak, but that hit hard. Yeah, that is actually funny. That is actually funny as fuck. The woman king called white Jesus on him. This nigga out of line over here. Tell him something, Cal. Tell him, Cal. Don't make me call the man on you. Don't make me call them boys on you. She did straight up call the fuzz on that. She did just try to punish him. Called in the white boy on him. Yeah, that's funny. Look, the Manosphere need to watch the end of the movie just so we can talk about that shit. What up, Dr. Anwar? You said just finished House of the Dragon, Artisan. It was fire. I know. I was doing this to try to be real quick to let people come in and get their voices heard on shit. I put the link in there and nobody took it. And it took a while to get rolling, but we just still talking about some of this Black Adam shit or whatever. But yes, apparently my tablet charged up. I don't know what's going on, why it's dying so quick. But yes, now that my tablet is charged, so I can watch House of the Dragon in a minute. As soon as I finish this up, I'm gonna go and we're gonna talk. I'm tired, so I probably won't record a review or a reaction while I'm sitting here at work because I'm tired. But oh, it's coming. It's coming. Don't worry about it. It's coming. So thank you. Don't spoil it for me. Don't spoil it for me. It's two people I want to see, and I don't want to know nothing about it. I don't want to know. I'm coming in. I didn't even watch the preview trailer for this shit. The only part I saw of it was that Rhaenyra, the Greens are coming for you. I turned that shit off. I don't want to know, man. I don't want to know. Don't ruin it for me. I don't want to know. I just want to watch it, get into the story, and let myself be entertained. I'll be good. I'll be good. As long as I can see some people getting burnt up by Dragonfire and some fights, some maneuvers, some people backpedaling. Oh yeah. Yeah. So I'm good on that. So I'm positive, Dr. Anwar, don't tell me shit. I don't want to know anything. Don't make me block your ass. I will boot you. You start telling me shit. No spoilers. No, not for a season finale. Trying to get hurt. I like you. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that shit. Don't even. You would make my hate list real quick. Like fucking Dr. Animal. You would make it. Yeah, Studio Hood. No spoilers. Definitely. Like, yeah, I'm gonna watch it. As soon as I finish this, I'm gonna watch it. That's what I'm doing. This Sunday. That's what I gotta do. But I had to get back to you guys and give you the other part of the show that you didn't get in the beginning. I had to. I figured I owed that to you guys. Some of y'all donated, so I needed to actually give you your acknowledgments too that you did. Excuse me. But try to keep this shit rolling. Holy shit. Okay, let's see. Okay, I see there is more on here. Shout out to Artie Idmore, the doughboy in the building, donating to the stream. He tried to make it tough on me. He split the fucking memes. Split my gifts up. Excuse me. Appreciate you, doughboy. Artie Idmore out there working hard, hustling, slinging that bread. Man, I heard you talking about something beginning of your stream yesterday that your work schedule changed or something like that, or what? What's going on? We got to talk. Email me. See what's going on with you. But I will give you, because I know what you like. I know your proclivities, homeboy. I'm like a good dealer. I know what you like. I'll give you the guts and butts. Appreciate you, Artie.
Double up. 3 or 4 times, I ain't telling no lies. Run it up. Never let a hard time on the
Tater thoughts for my homeboy. Cutting back. Yeah, Beastly, you ain't watched it yet either? Okay. Look, Dr. Anwar said, okay, you'll be happy with it. That's a spoiler, Dr. Anwar. What are you doing, bro? That's a spoiler. You'll be happy with it. I wanted to see if I was going to be upset. They're supposed to tell me shit. I told you, don't tell me shit. I don't want to know. I don't even want you to say, hey, show is on. I don't need to know. I know already. I know. I'm doing this right now. After I'm finished with this, I'm doing that. That's how it rolls. That's how we do it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that shit. What was the other news that I had for this week? The other news I thought was funny, and I didn't finish reading the whole article. Yeah, thank you. Zip your lips. Look, I'm just a tater thought loving motherfucker. Ain't no shame. Look, everybody got their proclivities, man. You like what you like. I'm not judging you for the shit. It is what it is. Damn, we just had a 4.2 earthquake. I didn't feel it. In Northern Cali, I didn't feel no 4.2 earthquake. Is that even an earthquake on our scale? We feeling that shit. All right, Dr. Anwar, shut your mouth. Shorts and stout. Yeah, okay. Okay, Art. But the last story I had this week was an article I don't remember all of it. But basically what the article was is somebody was doing an interview with Alan Moore. And they were asking him about the HBO's Watchmen show. And what they didn't know is Alan Moore has no fucking filter at all about his work and about what people do with it. Now, if you don't know, that original Watchmen movie, he did not want his name on that shit. He didn't. Alan Moore does comics, but he doesn't necessarily like comics. He just writes stories. And when he found out they were doing a movie, they asked him about doing a movie. He didn't want no parts of the shit because his work is what it is. It should stand by itself. He didn't want to see a movie of him. He's not in there for the cash grab. He was in there to write his story and make some kind of commentary. And he did that. He didn't want no parts of the shit. So they left his name off of it when they made it into a movie. When Warner Brothers made it into a movie, Zack Snyder made it into a movie. He didn't want no parts of that shit. They left his name off by request. Now, when Warner and HBO came back and made the HBO Watchmen show, he didn't want none of that shit either. And for what the article says, from Alan Moore's own mouth, he told them not to call him anymore. He disowned that shit. He does not recognize what the hell that shit is. And has said, in his own words in the article, he hadn't even watched that shit. He didn't watch the movie. He didn't watch that show. He is not interested whatsoever. And how he described it would be like watching somebody do something to your kid. He ain't for that shit. Now, what the interview is going on, he's telling about somebody who called him, I guess from HBO or whatever, was asking him about that stuff and what he thought about it. And he told him, don't call me anymore. I actually made it very clear before. Don't call me again. Alan Moore is a motherfucker too. He does not care anything about that shit. That's why I fucks with Alan Moore. You know, the motherfucker look like Nosferatu, not Nosferatu. He looks like Vlad Tepes, okay? He look like he drinking blood at night. He does. But he don't give a fuck about none of this other shit. He don't want you messing with his work, but you're going to do what you're going to do. He don't want no parts of it. Don't talk to him about it. So I thought it was really funny that they got a recent interview with him and he went in. God damn, dude. I ain't got no chill. And I'm like, well, think of the stuff that he's written. Swamp Thing, V for Vendetta, fucking Watchmen, some of this other stuff. Do you think he would be on board for you just pimping that shit out all over again? No. No, I don't see him doing that. Oh my God, I don't see him doing that, but he went in on it. He gave him both barrels. He gave him both barrels, and don't call me no more either. Like, God damn, dude, he sounded like some old grizzled black man. Like, get the fuck off my porch and don't come up here again. Oh my God, that shit was funny. I had to share that with y'all because I didn't think anybody else would. And if I had the link for the article right now, I would tell you guys where to find it. But just look for if you Google search it, just look for interview Alan Moore. I think it was might have been GQ or something like that. Just check it out. I read a lot of shit. But it came across on my phone and I read this shit and I was laughing my ass off. Saying, oh yeah, I gotta talk about this shit. Got to. You wanted to see the big alien? That's what they tried to give you in that HBO Watchmen show. But they also gave you all that feminist bullshit that didn't have nothing to do with the goddamn Watchmen. Turn people homosexual that wasn't homosexual before and all kind of crazy shit. It's like, okay, all right. That's what you want to do with it. And they asked that white man what he thought about that shit. I ain't seen it. And I told him to stop calling me. The fuck did you think he was going to say about it? It was awesome? No, you ain't getting no sign off like that. He didn't sign off on a movie. You think he's signing off on this shit? Y'all don't know who the fuck you be messing with sometimes. Y'all just don't get it. Just don't get it. Anyway, that was the last story I wanted to share with y'all. Outside of Steph Curry doing a graphic novel, I didn't read that article to find out what kind of graphic novel he's doing, but apparently it is about sports players and shit like that. And I thought, well, that's fucking easy. Anyway, whatever, man. I'll see what's what later on. Rainfire Design says Moore has been looking sideways because he just said in an interview he thinks adults who like superheroes and comics probably have fascist tendencies. Yes, he has. That's the funny part about Alan Moore. He writes some good comics, but he doesn't like the comic book medium. He doesn't. That's why he wrote Watchmen. Why, if these people were real, why would you even trust them? They're just people with powers. That's a problem. That was the whole point of the Watchmen. Who watches the Watchmen? If superheroes was real, who's gonna be watching over them? What do you think The Boys plays off of? That same kind of idea, like, yeah, these people get up to some fucked up shit. They might become whole criminals and try to take over the government and everything. While you're praising them like they superheroes. What can we do? Get fucked up. That's what you can do. Got any anime recommendations? I do. If you're not worried about it being old or new. Artie Idmore had me watch an anime not too long ago, which was fairly new, which was it was a ninja one that I really liked, and I keep forgetting the name of it because the name is backwards to me. I should have picked a different name for it. Artie Idmore, you remember what that was? We watched it on I think it was on Funimation, because that was the whole reason why I got Funimation was to watch this shit. I want to say it was Shadow of the Ninja or some shit like that. Everybody's saying Chainsaw Man. I haven't seen Chainsaw Man, but apparently girls like the shit. So a lot of chicks like it. Suspect. I want to know. There we go. Sword of the Stranger. Thank you, Artie Idmore. Sword of the Stranger was good. I really like that shit. I will watch that again. My other top favorites always Evangelion, Gungrave, Trigun, Cowboy Bebop, Desert Punk. Oh fuck! Go back and watch Escaflowne. I started watching that again on Funimation. I was watching this weekend. I was watching Full Metal Panic, Fumofu, because that's funny as fuck to me. Because fucking Sosuke Sagara is a motherfucker with a shotgun with beanbags. That motherfucker had me laughing, dude. I needed some comedy. I needed some fucking comedy in my life, some actual comedy. And watching that motherfucker blow up his locker because something was out of place, and the bitch slipped a damn love note into his locker, and he blew the whole locker up. It's hilarious to me. You're like, nope, nope, that don't look right. I'm like, dude, you went too far. Nope, that was common standard procedure. Things were out of place. Then laying in the cut all day, having her ass stand out there all day waiting behind the school for him because she thinks he's cute and shit like that, and he was laying out in the cut the whole time with a gun trained on her. Till he finally popped up in his ghillie suit and shit. Oh my God, that shit was hilarious. It's like, wait, you were out here all day? Yes, I had to check to see who she was with. Like, all day? Since lunch? Yes, he was laying in wait. Oh my God. Record of Ragnarok on Netflix. Oh, they got a problem with me with that name. You know why, Artie Idmore? They going for that Record of Lodoss War look. Don't be fucking around with that. Don't be fucking around Record of Ragnarok. I don't want to hear that shit. Ranking of King, Gunsmith Cat. See, these are Art Idmore's favorites. There's a lot of shit. Hellsing, old stuff. I like some old stuff. Some of the newer stuff, I have to get into it to watch it. Right? I have to watch it and see if I can get into it. Because with anime, it's tough. It's tough in the sense that the title don't tell you what's going on in the show. So you actually have to watch the show, which means you have to be invested on watching an unknown quantity every fucking time. Unless you get into the anime studio that's making it or the creators who are making it, then you get it. Then you can get it, you can slide into it a little easier rather than just consuming any new anime that came out because they said these 15 anime are new and they just came out, you should watch them. You're gonna have to tell me a little bit more, bro. I need a little bit more on that. What is it about exactly? Who made it? Who's in it? Then maybe I'll get into it. But I'm not one of these anime buffet style kids who just eat anything that's new anime. I'm not watching everything. I don't have time to watch every fucking thing. Like Artie Idmore probably still ain't did it, but I finished Shield Hero season 2. I liked it. I really did like it. I like Shield Hero. That's probably the newest anime that I've watched outside of stuff thrown on Netflix. Netflix fast tracks a lot of anime now because they put a lot of money behind it, which is good, but I still kind of worry about it quality wise. When they start assembly lining this shit really quickly, I worry about the quality of it and if it's actually good or if people are just saying it's good because they're used to getting so much of it so quick nowadays. My days, you had to wait for that shit. You had to wait for it. And that built it up and that made them take time and do it correctly. If they fast tracking this shit, it can't all be good. Can't be. Not possible. Not possible that it's all good. So I look at it and stuff like that. What else did I like? Be the Becoming on Netflix. I like that one. That one was good. Kind of involved story. Yeah, not a lot. Not a lot. Because I don't have enough time to watch all of it. So if I see a good one, I'll let you know. But some of them people throw at me. I have to, anime is more an investment. You know you have to watch a whole season of that shit. You have to. And sometimes I'm not into it right now. I haven't seen Cautious Hero. Rainfire. I haven't seen Cautious Hero. Told y'all, my son watches more anime than I do, and I got him started on anime. So I stopped watching a lot of anime. but you'd have to tell me what's good about it. The locker scene in Full Metal Panic, Fumofu, was just funny because this, like I've said before, Sosuke is a child soldier. And it's a fish out of water situation where he's a child soldier raised military style. He's put into a regular Japanese high school. He does not adjust well. The motherfucker carry guns. He shoot at people. He kick people ass. He's he's too military for his situation. Okay, and that makes it funny. Now, the Full Metal Panic show was kind of serious. The Fumofu was funny with the same characters, which is why it worked. Which made it funny to me, because you got this military ass dude doing shit that's just normal kid shit, but he's bringing his military element to it. Like, dude, it's not this serious. What the fuck? You can't help it. You cannot help it. He doesn't know how to be a regular kid. He doesn't. He wasn't raised that way. He's raised as a soldier. So everything is an op in a situation right now. Cyberpunk Edge Runners on Netflix is fire. That's what I've heard. Chainsaw Man and Cyberpunk is what I've heard that's really good. Outside of the Super Crooks thing, it's supposed to be really good too. Okay. But telling me it's good and not telling me what's good about it is me not thinking it's actually really good. It makes me wonder what you actually like about it. So that's what you have to tell me. What do you like about it? The action, the story. It looks awesome. It's drawn well. What? That's the things I have to know. Because mind you, like I told you guys before, when you're pitching something to somebody else, they ain't necessarily buying the show. They buying your interpretation of the show. I'm buying what you say. So if you're selling me on this show why it's good, you're going to have to tell me what you liked about the goddamn show. And based on what you liked about the show, I can figure out for myself if it's something I might want to watch or not. But just good, don't cut it. Artie Moore, you already know. Fatal Fury, that's one of my favorites. Fatal Fury motion picture movie, hell yeah. Yeah, that's why me and you cool with Terry Bogard, motherfucker. Joe Higashi. No, we cool. Fatal Fury. I watch Fatal Fury right now. Just because. I like that shit. Hellstinger! Super Crooks is great because it's one of those. The crooks are actually the heroes and the main lead is a loser until he figures out he is a winner. Yeah, that's what I got from the trailer of that shit too. Gotta give me something more, King. Tekken was okay. It wasn't as good as the game storyline. Yeah, I leave Tekken to Artie more. I watched that first. I own that first Tekken movie. That first Tekken anime movie. It was all right. Just not something about Tekken doesn't really grab me. I get it. It just doesn't grab me that way. And I think it's a generational thing. That I grew up in a generation of Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. Tekken just don't grab me like that. Because for millennials, they revere Tekken more than they revere Street Fighter. And that's what I think it is. That's why I think it's that generational switch. I just don't get, I get it, but it don't grab me that way. I like Robo Vampire because it's awesome. Awesomely bad, but that's what, look, I told you, Robo Vampire got a pass for me because it made me laugh. It made me laugh. We had a good stream trashing that fucking movie. It is not the best movie in the world by any stretch of the imagination. It may not be the worst, but it's close to the bottom. But it's fun to watch. It's fun to fucking watch. So I give you that one all day, Artie Warder. You know. All right. Look, it was more fun talking about that motherfucker than watching it. And which means now the movie is good to me. Geese Howard, yeah, Geese. Boy, Geese Howard, he was a motherfucker. For me, it's the story, the action, and the art. Well, that's about it. But you got to give me something about the story because that's still general, specific. Devil May Cry was good. Yeah, I like the game better. Cautious Hero is funny as hell. Basically, he takes excessive precautions, training, or excessive force for every fight or villain, but he's overpowered, so everyone thinks he's crazy and wasting time. Sounds like it's a knockoff of fucking One Punch Man, who takes no extra thought or precautions, but he's ridiculously overpowered in every situation. It seems like it's just an inverse of that. Tekken and Mortal Kombat are the best story-driven fighting games. Yes, Mortal Kombat has more lore pumped into it. Makes it more interesting. Street Fighter has it too, but they fell off after a point because they kept getting derivative. But that live action Street Fighter, that was awesome. That fan made shit, that was awesome. Especially the shit with Akuma and stuff like that. He went to the cave and was practicing his Dark Hado. Nigga, that motherfucker was summoning shit. Damn. Yeah, the game is better, but I saw it not knowing what it was a game. Some of the games to the movies are just hard to get, like data pure trash. As for Castlevania, Netflix did it right. Yeah, Castlevania was awesome. I got on Castlevania late, but that shit was good. That was Madhouse art and animation, and it looked awesome. It looked awesome, and what was going on with that Beaumont, I'm forgetting his name, Trevor. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I still have to finish that last season. Yeah, I still have to finish that last season because I was in on that. Just think they went a little bit too far with Alucard and them fucking kids who were twins, and they were kind of being tutored by him, but then they were trying to have, they was all having a threesome. The motherfuckers tried to kill him, and he had to take him out. Yeah, that was fucked up. Okay, 1 second, I'm on call. All right, folks. House of the Dragon has to wait, and I have to end this stream. I have another call I have to get to because, of course, they do this shit in the evening when everybody wants to go to sleep. Now everybody has a problem. But this one is serious, so I got to go take care of that one. So appreciate you guys coming through on this late night. This was the second part of today's stream to help get you guys, give you some time to speak your piece. I'm actually tired now. My eyes are hurting, and now I got to go deal with this shit. One second. You ever live somewhere where you have an emergency technician come out? This is why these motherfuckers usually are irritated because they're probably getting ready to go to sleep when you call for your emergency, which may or may not have been an emergency. But this one is actually an emergency, but I can tell you nobody wants to deal with plumbing and sewage calls in the middle of the night. So, peace to you guys for coming through. Appreciate everybody who supported the stream before and now. I think this time it was only already more than 2 hours. Y'all fucked up. But I do appreciate the conversation going on in the chat. What's up, man? Villainy. I'm going to go ahead. No, Artie Moore, it is not a cute Latina in a bathrobe. No. It's a white dude. He clogged his toilet. Now I gotta go deal with it. So appreciate you guys for coming through. Thank you for supporting the stream. If you haven't, go see Black Adam because the critics are trying to kill this movie, and I'd rather see The Rock make some money, at least more than The Woman King, than try to say people having a fucking party saying that he fucking failed. I'm not supporting that shit at all. So like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. PayPal never sleeps, so it's never closed. You can always do it even if you're watching on the replay. Thank you again, and I will see you guys next Sunday, 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 a.m. or 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have been artisanmc, and for now, just for now, the shop is closed. See you guys next time. Peace.